I'm a senior technology correspondent at CNBC. Now, I just want to introduce you to the GovHack series. It's a global competition that has been running in 5 cities, and the aim is to find startups that have innovative solutions to help governments and their citizens. Another aim is to play into some of the big mega trends which we're going to be hearing about in just a few moments. There's obviously big changes to technology and society on the way over the next 50 years, and that's what we're looking to prepare for. Now, just to introduce the GovHack series to you a bit further, I just want to play you a very short video about what it's about. Let's listen in. So that is the GovHack series, which is part of the GovTech Prize, and I'm happy to say that I have the 5 finalists of the competition here with me today. Now, I want to introduce the first startup to you. That's ChainFrame. So I want to play another video before we get the CEO up on stage about what ChainFrame is.
I grew up in Jamshedpur in Jharkhand. Jharkhand is a majority tribal state. A large part of the state is stressed for resources. I thought that, you know what, we can make some important changes for even a small group of people, or maybe just an individual, and even that can be kind of very much the fuel for the other things that you do in life.
Fantastic. I'd like to now introduce to the stage Nitin-Talking, the CEO of ChainFrame. Come on, Nitin, thanks for joining. Right, so we saw a little bit about that, but give me the elevator pitch. Quick fire, what is ChainFrame?
So ChainFrame has 2 main purposes. Our first purpose is that we ensure that public funds are able to move faster and do much more, and we make sure that they can do more for both the government as well as the citizens at the last mile as well. And so that was basically a trailer of what our primary product does. It ensures that we convert these typically fiat or fungible asset funds into a cryptocurrency voucher that is going to be the default token that citizens and government can spend to actually achieve things, and citizens can use to avail goods and benefits of services.
So I mentioned the word mega trend at the start. So what exactly is the big trend and the problem, or the big trend you're playing into with the problem you're trying to solve?
So look, I'll try to address this by just talking about the problem that we're trying to solve. The problem is that currently where I'm from India, obviously. One of the biggest problems we have there is that a lot of the money that the government is trying to spend isn't able to achieve what the intended initial kind of outcome is supposed to be. And so one of our kind of primary goals is to make sure that when some government or public fund moves from the government outwards to the beneficiary at the last mile, we can create like an entire feedback loop so the government can actually understand through that last mile invoicing that our platform can create what the fund is able to do for people, and then therefore be able to kind of complete that policy feedback loop so they can improve outcomes and policies as we move along.
Now we know the blockchain is probably one of the most hyped technologies right now. So this is a question that I ask most blockchain companies, is why does this need a blockchain solution?
Look, I mean, there are traditional ways of doing it, but so far it hasn't been working. I mean, traditional databases suffer from things like not being able to kind of make sure or ensure that the data is retaining its integrity. One of the biggest problems we have in India also is that data is hard to access and data can be manipulated and altered. So blockchains fundamentally, or any kind of encrypted linked list type structures, what they enable you to do is to make sure that when an activity happens, whatever that activity might be, it remains on this platform or remains in this network of distributed information, and you can't change it. So that's one important thing. And the other thing is that when you're talking about information about citizens or information about where you're sending these funds or the identity of people, then that can be protected using blockchains as well. So I think our platform does a mix of both of those things really well.
Nitin, just tell me what your ambitions are in the next 5 years. If you win this, what do you want to do? What do you want to achieve?
Well, I mean, obviously this is a great kind of time to be in a place like Dubai, and we're really grateful to have the opportunity to be here. We're looking to kind of, make sure that we're able to expand our operations to kind of working in as many states in India as possible over the next 12 months. But over the next 12 months, possibly also forge new relationships here so that we can actually test out some POCs and some concept ideas to be able to deliver benefits to people, or to kind of make sure that governance works better. Governance is better for people who are in government, and governance can deliver the outcomes and results that are anticipated and expected by the government itself. So that's what our short-term goal is in the next 12 months.
Fantastic, Nitin. Thank you very much for joining. Nitin,
Thank you so much.
the CEO of ChainFrame. Thank you very much. So let me introduce you to the second startup.